Hey everyone, I'm Chris Perkins with Road and Track, and we are here at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course with two of the coolest, most special E36 M3s of all time. This one over here is a GT. This one over here is a lightweight. This car comes from the BMW North America collection. This car comes courtesy of the Enthusiast Auto Group, the dealer that always has amazing, low-mile, ultra-clean M cars. And to talk about both of them, we have someone very special. Tom Blazinski, head of product communications at BMW North America. But before that, he was working at BMW Canada, where he helped get the first E36 M3s into the country with the special European engine we're going to talk a little bit more about later. So I think we should probably talk about this car first, because this is the one that came first.
Right.
So this is M3 GT. This was used to homologate the car for FIA GT racing. All of them were all painted British Racing green. This has different
That's
splitter.
a splitter on the front,
Yep.
exactly. The forged wheels, right, which are all visible, staggered size.
Both these cars have really interesting interiors. The E36 GT has lots of Alcantara trim, which is something you see in a lot of modern cars, but in the mid-90s, not so common, with Mexico green leather, which is very cool. And for all you BMW nerds, yes, these are the Vader seats. A couple other things too. This car actually kind of lives up to the GT name because it has air conditioning, radio, power rear 3/4 windows, power moonroof. It's the luxury car, you know, whereas the lightweight does without.
Right,
know?
and the key here was lightweight. So
Yeah.
we took a lot of the parts from this car, put them into the lightweight,
Yeah.
but weight reduction was job number one on this. So no sunroof, less insulation,
Yeah,
no AC, no radio,
right. It gets hot in there.
just pure.
It gets very hot in there, as I found out earlier today. Plus, you've got really cool seats with this cool M cloth fabric. I can't
Exactly, yeah.
And yeah, both these cars have carbon fiber trim, also very unusual for a car in the mid-90s.
The differences in the engine are quite substantial. So they're both called the same thing.
Right.
But this is an iron block with an aluminum head, and the head is essentially the same head as in the S70 engine on the McLaren F1.
Right,
So it's
right.
basically half one of those. So it has a very wide range continuous vanos,
Yep.
so valve timing adjustment for both intake and exhaust.
Yep.
And it was very advanced for its time,
Yeah.
and very expensive to build. So the US market decided that that was not going to work for here, and so the other engine was developed for the US market.
Right.
So it's called the same thing, S30B,
S50,
SB50 B30, but it's a completely different head.
Right.
It doesn't have the individual throttles per cylinder.
Yep.
And it gave almost all the power,
Yeah.
but for a lot lower price. So that's what was the genesis for the US M3.
Right, so this car, well, the E36 M3 in the US.
I was talking basic one.
Yeah.
This one is
This
special.
one's a little more special, yeah.
Exactly. So the engine hasn't changed, but it takes all of the lightweight bits from the GT
Right.
and brought it over to the US.
Right, and plus actually this car was, I think, the lightest E36 M3
It was,
you could get,
yes.
because not only did it have all the aluminum body, there's some aluminum body panels, had basically no sound deadening.
That's
So
right.
it
So
was a-
whereas this car kept the sound deadening,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
one is much more visceral because there isn't the sound deadening in the car.
Right.
So you save weight. The doors are aluminum. It has the splitter on the front and the wing on the back. This one
Yeah.
has the risers as well.
Right, but
and
the
then
same,
Motorsport-
same wing on both of these cars.
Same wing, yeah, except this one has the risers on
Yep.
it and it's got the Motorsport stripes. It's the most extreme version of the E36 M3.
Right, this was BMW North America's kind of ode offering to club racers. So
Exactly.
these cars were ready to go to the track. And not that any M3 isn't, but these cars were especially focused on racing. So, and this car actually was about 225 pounds lighter than the US E36 M3.
About
So
100 kilos, yeah.
about 100
exactly.
kilos. All of them were made in Alpine white. All of them have this little checkered flag motif stripe over here in the classic M colors.
But this was the only homologation special for
Right.
E36 M3. We were already racing M3s in the US, so we didn't need a homologation special. But this one was one done for FIA racing.
This car, amazingly, only has just over 1,000 miles.
Just over 1,000 miles,
So BMW nerds, this is, I mean, both of these cars are extraordinary. If you're into
Very much so, yep.
M3, BMW M cars, E36s, this is kind of the pinnacle right here.